So you're thinking about getting an Aerogarden, or you may even own an Aerogarden already. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most important elements of an Aerogarden, and that's the seed pod. So give me a second, that's what we finna do. Yes indeed, you know who it is, it's Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home in the sticks, and I hope everybody is having a fantabulous day wherever you may be. But I'm here to tell you, over here in East Central Mississippi, quite chilly. It's in the 20s right now, and it seems like it's not going to get any warmer anytime soon. Before we get started on today's video, I'm always going to say that if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. And if you returning just to see what old Dan's got going on over here, I sure enough thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is we're going to talk some Aerogardening today. In specific, the seed pod. And I'm going to show you an alternative that you can use on those seed pods. So let's do that. So what we have here is a seed basket with a sponge and seeds in it. This is an original one that came with my Aerogarden, and this is some red sales lettuce. And if you notice, the label that's on this basket isn't sitting on there very well. Now, considering that these seed pods are probably mass produced, it's just the way that it is. You see that? And if I flip it over, hopefully you can see it. Here's the end of the basket, and here's the label. It hangs over. So you say, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grow it. Let me go on and put my dome on top of this seed pod. And the dome is one of the most important elements to this thing. This dome has to sit on there, and it has to collect heat and humidity to get the seed to germinate. So I was like, well, that was one of my problems right there. It just doesn't sit on there good. Another thing that I've read tons of comments on is the hole size on this label that sits on this basket. What happens is when you sink this down into your Aerogarden, that sponge is going to float up, such as that, and now light can penetrate this sponge. What happens, Dan? Well, algae will actually start to form on top of this sponge, and that's a big no-no for Aerogardening. Light penetrating anything on an Aerogarden is not good. So I actually did some looking around, and I found an alternative for this label. Let's look at that. Okay, after doing a little bit of research, I found this on Etsy. And what it is, it's just a replacement for the label that sits on this basket. And how does it work, Dan? Well, hopefully you can see this, but there are a bunch of slits in this lid. And what happens is it allows the plant to actually grow up through those slits. You'll also notice that there isn't a huge hole on this lid. The thing that I like about it, it sits on top of this grow basket, and let's see if you can hear it. It actually snaps into place, and it fits snugly around this basket. Another thing that I like is when you put your grow dome on top of your basket, it fits firmly in place. And that is something that I really, really like. Now what I'll do is I will drop a link to this Etsy seller, and just in case you may be interested in getting a few of these and trying them out for yourself. But they are really well made, and I just like the concept behind it. So this is something that you can reuse over and over and over again, and I really like that point. I also want to say that I am not being paid nor sponsored by this Etsy seller. It is a really nice product that he puts out. And if I'm not mistaken, he also puts out these lids for the aftermarket Aerogardens, or the Aerogarden clones like the I-Dos and things like that. So he also makes them for those as well. This is a really cheap alternative to replacing the labels on the baskets, and I think they work a lot better. One of the downfalls, and this is a con to this, is you can't label this. So what do? If you're a gardener, you keep notes on everything. So what I do is when I set up my Farm Plus, all I did was I just made a little map of where I planted everything out. And you can see here I have some lettuce here, more lettuce here. So you planning out a little map for where you have everything planted out. The boxes represent the things that are growing, and the X's, of course, are the things that aren't growing, that have the covers over the holes in the Aerogarden. That's the only downfall, in my opinion. You can't label them. Do the plants really grow up through those lids, Dan? Yes, they do. And they grow through those lids quite well. Well, all right, that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today. A sure enough cheap alternative to replacing those lids on the baskets for the seed pods for the Aerogarden. Again, I'm going to drop a link down in the description pointing you to this Etsy seller. You check it out for yourself. Maybe if you have an Aerogarden, you can try some out for yourself and you form your own opinion. In my opinion, I'm just going to give that a huge thumbs up, a 10, because it is a really nice product that this gentleman is putting out. Only downfall is you can't label your grow pods. So again, I hope everybody is having a show enough fantabulous day, and I hope you stay safe amid this crisis that we still have going on. If you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up to help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home and Sticks channel, Lord of mercy, y'all need to come on over here and give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff. That being said, you know it's coming, Dan Referee, show enough, always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on, get your grow on. It's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.